All right, I don't know what happened there. I got word that the camera was froze, and now I'm on card. I hope everything's okay here. And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, we have to get out of the way at 9:50. We have to get out of the way at 9:50. So, sorry for that long delay. Me getting back here for Lauren Hunter, Instant Replay with Lauren Hunter. That's at 10:10 on Team FYN Sports Facebook page. So let's go ahead and continue talking about this. Let's go back to number 2, Brennan. And remember, number 7, I'm sorry, Eric Charamella. He's the whistleblower. And he worked for number 2, Brennan. And then let's go back to number 7. He worked for former Vice President Joe Biden when he served as the Obama administration point man for Ukraine. This guy did, Eric Charamella. He may have flown to the Ukraine with Biden on Air Force Two. He worked for former CIA Director John Brennan and appeared to have been a highly valued employee. In June 2017, the National Security Advisor, H.R. McMaster, appointed Eric Charamella to be his personal aide. I remember Friday, I deferred to Jane a lot and let her talk because she was not, when McMaster got the job, NSA director, she was not happy about it. And she was on to it. Eric Charamella did not have direct knowledge of the July 25th conversation between President Trump and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. It is very possible he learned about the call from NSC Director of European Affairs, Lieutenant Colonel Vindman, who testified last week before Adam Schiff's House Intelligence Committee. So let's go there. Where are we at here? Let's see. You have number 7. Okay. He filed the whistleblower complaint. All right. We want to hear from him. Yes, we do. And he probably got it from Never Trumper number 23. All right. Full Colonel. There's a reason. I mean, don't play games with the American people and don't try to set an optic that you think we don't catch on. Now, it may just be me and my friends. Maybe my friends are smarter than the average bear out there. But if you go on social media, we all have caught on to the reason why you wore your full uniform with all the medals and everything, because while you wanted the American people to believe that there was no way, Vindman, the colonel, lieutenant colonel, that you could be dishonest. Look at your service to this country. Let's not forget, your parents fled and you grew up with the influence of your parents. Let me tell you something I know very much, okay? I know foreign parents that come from a foreign country and the influence they have on their children that they raise in this country. And let me tell you why I know that. Let me take a break there. Number 23. Now, Vindman comes over here at 3.5 years old. So I don't know his earliest memories, but his mom and dad fled the USSR, Ukrainian, under the Ukraine under Soviet communist dictators, okay? And they fled to the United States. He's 3.5 years old. Now, you're going to say, well, Italy was not at that time. See, I better not go there. But you're going to say Italy at that time was not under Mussolini. Is that who it was? I don't know. But here's where I'm going to go. Although some very good friends of mine, okay, very good friends of mine, were not born in Italy. The father and the mother that were born in Italy, the father felt it was very important for the children to know where they come from. Now, they assimilated. So that's why I don't want to mess this up. This family assimilated, and I know them today, and they are as American apple pie. But the father wanted them to know where they come from and their homeland where he grew up. So he took one kid at a time. He couldn't afford to take the whole entire family. So he planned a trip for one kid. There was 3 at a time when they got to an age. So when a kid got to an age, I don't know, 12, 14 or something, may have been 14, he took the kid to Italy, spent a couple of weeks to let this kid come back and understand who grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, who the family is. Okay? I've seen it. I know that. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But Vindman, 3.5 years old, Ukrainian, raised by Soviet Ukrainian parents. So he gets on there in the motherland. He hears it, and he's a never Trumper in the motherland there. And he runs straight to, that's number 23. He will run straight to number 7, Eric, so he can file the complaint. Now, Eric did not go. We have Eric up on the screen. So you're going to hear a lot of, and I'm going to tell you this, and I feel very strong about this. I know this for a fact. I always have to be cautious when I use the word fact and somebody's watching and they call their attorney as soon as the show's over. I know this for a fact, okay? 99% of politicians are not going to walk right in your office and say, you don't do this and you don't do that, or come meet with me, or have lunch with me and let's write this document together. Most politicians of any power, we'll call it a point man, could be a point woman, we'll just call it a person of interest that is to the point. So let's say you're a county commissioner, you're a city mayor in a district. Let's just say you're a state something in a district. Let's just say whatever in the United States of America. Each one of these politicians has somebody that when this somebody calls you up, or this somebody just drops by and you hear in the front office, you get a buzz and say, hey, so-and-so stopped by to say hello. And they come in and they sit in a chair and they talk to you. You're aware of where you're getting your message from. Exactly. You're aware. This is where I'm getting my message from, right? Exactly. It happens. So do I believe that Eric Charmella directly met with Adam Schiff? I'm not for sure that happened, okay? I believe there was a contact from a person, a point person to Adam Schiff said, hey, we have a whistleblower. We're ready to go. We want to run it through you and lay it. We want to run this through you. And Schiff says, okay, I'm going to send so-and-so. So Schiff goes out and says, look, I want you to meet with the point man. I want you to call this guy. He says he has something. I have no idea what he's talking about. Guy calls point man. Point man puts the two together. Point man writes the complaint. Carmella turns it in. Schiff acts like I've never seen him, never heard him, and I don't know nothing about it. All lies. All lies. Happens every single day in America. Every single day in America. Okay? Hey, Mr. Commissioner so-and-so or Mayor so-and-so, if you remember this candidate on election day, this candidate will remember you when he gets in office. You'll have a friend in office every day, 7 days a week. Quid pro quo. Oh, my God. All right, so he has posted to the NSC in the White House West Wing in the mid-2017 and left amid concerns about negative leaking to the media. He has since returned to CIA headquarters in Langley. And who would that be? Okay. EC contacted at least of one of Schiff's members prior to filing the complaint. Remember, there's a point man. Two of EC's colleagues, this is the whistleblower, from NSC were hired by Adam Schiff this year, one of whom is Sean Misko, was hired in August. Point man. Okay? So all put in place. Hey, I got a guy coming over to get a job. That's all they got to say. EC worked with hyper-partisan Ukrainian American lawyer and activist, another one, Alexandria Chalupa, I think his name's Chalupa, in 2016 to dig up dirt on Trump. Chalupa's name will become very familiar. Now remember that and look it up. Will become very familiar as the scandal unravels. The pro-Hillary Chalupa and former DNC contractor has worked in the Clinton administration and has held various staff positions for Democrat lawmakers. Sperry wrote, documents, this is from Red State, documents confirm the November 25th, she visited the White House with a number of Ukrainian officials lobbying the Obama administration for aid for Ukraine. Biden's office invited Charmella, now listen to this is the whistleblower, this is Biden. Biden's office invited Charmella to an October 2016 state lunch the vice president hosted for the Italian prime minister. List goes on. Let's see what we have here. Okay. I can't go in full detail on this article. I would just wish you would read this article for a number of reasons, and I'll tell you where it's at. It's Zero Hedge, and at Brennan, a spy. And let me tell you something. Let me go with this because I've got to get out at 9:50, and I want to go with some of my notes for the weekend and my pictures. But number 7, Eric Charmella, whistleblower. Okay. Number 23, Vindman, never Trumper, Democrat, tied to the whistleblower. Number 2, John Brennan. Number 2, John Brennan. These are spies, and he is a spy, and he had a spy in the White House. And this is going to go right to number 3, Peter Strzok and Lisa Page. Peter Strzok, former senior FBI investigator, interrogator, Peter Strzok. Oh, yes. And Lisa Page. And they like to alter 302. She is an FBI attorney, former FBI attorney. And it's all going to come together because number 8, John Durham and William Barr are going to bring this to a head. Okay? So go look that up. Don't stop researching. And I'm going to take a brief break, and we're going to come right back and run through pictures. I'm going to take a brief break. Sorry, things froze up earlier, but we'll be right back after this brief message. And then we're going to run through our daily pictures, and we got a couple more things we want to share with you.